What is going on, guys? VinVin50 here, bringing you some domination gameplay on the map Streets. Um, I really didn't think of much of a commentary topic today until like literally the second I started recording this commentary, and that is people who seem to have a problem with video games. And I don't know if I had a commentary that was like this before. I might have, who knows? But either way, I guess I'll just hop into it. So I at one point in college had this professor who he had a problem with video games. Like, he had an intense dispassion for video games for one reason or another. And he claimed that, it was just mindless drabble, I guess, or that, it doesn't allow you to be productive in any sort of way. And I mean, to some extent, yes, that's true. When a video game has become an obsession, that might be the case. But, everything in moderation is fine, but this is life. Everything in moderation is fine. But what I found funny was that this particular professor, like most professors, happened to be a writer. He was an English professor, and he wrote a few books. He wrote a few, I guess, like small-time movies, nothing big-time, even though he claims to have worked with Hollywood stars such as, Leonardo DiCaprio. But I really found it funny that he had such a problem with video games as a whole because, he doesn't understand everything that goes, or he should have understood what goes into video games. Video games is not just gameplay. If you play a campaign, it's story based. There's artwork that goes into video games, and nonetheless, video games are a hobby. Everybody should have a hobby, no matter what the hobby is. I mean, unless it's a destructive type of a hobby where you're hurting yourself, or a hobby should just be something that you do for entertainment, something that you enjoy to do that advances yourself, provided that it's not something self-destructive. Even smoking marijuana is a hobby. I mean, smoking marijuana I think is perfectly fine, but if you start dripping into the serious drugs and using them regularly, then there's a problem with that. But I never had this argument with that teacher, and I really want to go back to him one day with an extremely convincing and strong argument on this specific topic, because I don't think his viewpoints were right. He even made note of this one particular scene in Breaking Bad, if you guys watch the show, where Jesse is hanging out with this girl in his room, but all they're doing is playing video games because Jesse is high out of his mind, and he's just trying to chill. And the teacher made a big deal because he's like, why is Jesse not having sex with the girl? Well, why does Jesse have to have sex with the girl just because they're together? You know what I'm saying? Why is that immediately a thing? I just had a little bit of a problem with that because sometimes you just want to chill, and if they both were of consenting of having sex, then sure, that would have been fine. But that wasn't the case, so I don't understand what he made such a big deal about, the fact that they were playing video games. And like I said, he's a writer. He would probably, if a game company offered him a chance to write a script for a video game, I'm sure for a fact he would not say no. Because come on, who's going to turn down money at the end of the day? Who is going to turn down money? That's why, I don't even understand when people say that somebody sold out. Sorry, this is random, a little bit of a random section of the commentary, but I don't even understand when people say that, you sold out, because these people are in it to make money. That's why they're doing their thing. I mean, they, like musicians, they make music for their fans, but they gotta eat too. They gotta, support themselves as well. So I don't see a big deal with people selling out, provided that they don't change their image way too much, from what they're mainly known as. That's just something I don't think people... I think that's the biggest thing when people sell out or something like that, is because they change, with the times. But I guess that's music. Music evolves, and you either change with it or you don't. One of the bands who I never evolved with was Bullet for My Valentine. I personally think that band's prime was in Scream, Aim, Fire. That, to me, was their best work, and nothing could compare to it. Their album Fever was actually really... It wasn't really good, but it had its few songs on there that I really did like. But now they're a big time band. They've probably sold out to multiple major corporations, and the reason I don't like them anymore is because I do not like their sound. Their sound is I don't know, hard rockish, and I'm just not into it. It's too... To me, it's false. you know, how it works out. I think that they were better in the metal scene, and they try to keep some of those like metal elements in their music, but they're not really, you know, like into it that much. But either way, that was like pretty much the idea of the commentary. I don't understand why certain people think video games are so harmful if it's just a hobby. You know, everybody has a hobby. Like that's like saying, you know, the thing. Excuse me, I'm all over the place because this commentary is coming from the top of my head. But the thing is, if you read a book, right, you're immersed in the story and you're actively using your imagination to try to put things together. Whereas the video game kind of just, you know, it allows you to play and be a part of that imagination. Like it's a visual and it's an auditory and it's a somatic experience because you get to control your characters and everything. So that's why, you know, it's kind of like a step up from reading. Even though the stories might not be as good as the books and everything, it's still something that people should appreciate regardless of the fact, you know. And I don't know, for me it's just something better, and some people will disagree, and I guess at the end of the day it's all a matter of your perception, how you feel about it. But I don't understand what the problem is when it comes specifically to video games, that everybody has this, you know, idea that it's ruining our society and blah blah blah. Like, everything is ruining our society. Every part of our society is ruining our society in some way, shape, or form, you know? And there's bigger things to worry about than people playing video games at the end of the day. So, either way, that was my commentary. It was off the top of my head. Sorry for the little bits of not knowing what I was talking about. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed it, and have a nice day. Explain to me how you feel in the comments section if you really want to. And I'm probably going to be working on a couple of more new songs soon, people. So stay updated for that. I don't know exactly when they're going to come out, but I'm going to start working on them relatively soon. And I did not win this game, but you win, you lose. This was an intense game, though, for me, because, you know, it was a lot of back and forth, and it was a lot of fun. I honestly don't know how I missed that headshot. But it's whatever. And that one, too. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Have a nice day. Peace.